the very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico the Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the Isala, Nina, Cosa, Hansoya, Nana Jama, and Yana Faros, Obanana, all the then saw no one because you will make a difference with your source and we're not going to but you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico the Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the Isala, Nina, Cosa, Hansoya, Nana Jama, and Yana Faros, Obanana, all the and then saw no one and you went out of his because you will make a difference with your source and we're not going to But you know what? They will like you to believe that someone is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not true. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Breaking news reaching us now, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested, extradited to Nigeria, and is right now being arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu is facing charges bordering on treasonable felony instituted against him at the Federal High Court.
It was an unjust war.
Long ago, in the heart of Biafra, a nation was born from the ashes of war. A war that scarred the land and its people, yet it never killed the spirit of freedom.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more.
It was in this land, scarred by conflict, that Nnamdi Kanu was born, a son destined to revive the dream of independence for Biafra.
And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Raised with the echoes of his ancestors' struggles, Kanu understood that the wounds of war ran deep in the hearts of his people. The scars from the Biafran War, which ravaged the land and cost countless lives, had never healed. The dream of an independent Biafra, broken but not forgotten, lived on in the hearts of those who survived. It was these voices, These memories that called him to action. As Nnamdi Kanu grew, so did his voice. He became a preacher of justice, a messenger for those who were unheard. He spoke not just for his generation, but for all those whose lives were shattered by the war. The pain of the past was alive within him, and his words resonated with the cries of the oppressed. But as Kanu's message spread, so did the fear of the establishment. His calls for self-determination grew louder, shaking the very foundations of the government. They feared the revival of a Biafran spirit, one that could awaken the wounds of the past and ignite a new conflict. And so, they moved against him. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, his body captured, but his spirit unbroken. The authorities believed that imprisoning him would extinguish the fire he had started. But they failed to understand the depths of his cause. The pain of the war, the bloodshed of the past, was not something easily forgotten. It was a flame that could never be fully extinguished. His arrest became a symbol of the struggle that began in the blood-soaked fields of the Biafran War. The demand for freedom was still alive. The fight for justice continued, not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for all the lives lost, for all the children born into a world of scars. The fight for Biafra is not just his fight. It is the fight of all those who have ever dreamed of a free land. And though the past may haunt the present, the future is still unwritten. As long as the story of Nnamdi Kanu is told, as long as the voices of his people rise, the dream of Biafra lives on. Arrested again, 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 and yet again.
I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism.
This is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. Biafra land, listen. They thought they could silence me, but they didn't just cage me. They caged your spirit. They made you forget that our land still bleeds, that our people still suffer, that nothing has changed. 5 years in chains. But what about you? Are you not free? Or have they bound your voice with fear? The struggle was never about me, it was about you, your children, your land, your future. So I ask you, where is the fire that once burned in your heart? Where is the voice that once roared for freedom? Wake up! Rise again. Speak. Act. Remember who you are. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
In the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you, the more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own actions. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Nigeria, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. El-Rufai brought them in. All the state government brought them in. Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money, you come to Soap, you come to Ohaji, you come to everybody, you come to Agulere, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to share money, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria, one Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax and pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport to Niger, refinery to Niger. You take oil, you put oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. Or as PPS. And you're telling me that that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You're not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out, pages of the newspapers to give the world, giving the impression that everything is okay. When things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. And you know, it's foolish. These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I mean, Democrats have subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Abubakar wrote to President Biden. In it, Abubakar said to come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years until we stepped in. They keep plotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not educated. When I say they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting them. Most of them are educated. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, how long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. at all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodimma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to wear Obada. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West. Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. That Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it. And we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And
what we are pursuing is a part of pressure, relentless pressure, to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
We, the Biafrans, call the Finnish authorities to release Mazi Simon Ekpa immediately. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, has not committed any offense. Therefore, we demand for his immediate release. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa and free him now. No hand must stop Mazi Simon Ekpa from exercising his duty as a free man. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa.
For those of you who do not understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, the country where you reside in, have a history. Now, I want every one of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one very important fact. Nigeria state came into being through conquest. This is a fact that nobody can change. Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That is the problem. We have lived with this foreign rule and this forceful union for decades, over 100 years. That is the problem. Now, I want everyone listening to me today to also understand that after this forceful union of Nigeria, called the amalgamation, successive regime, both before and after the shambolic independence, continue to hold the state together in a similarly forceful manner, the same pattern and the methodology that the conquest and invasion and the colonizers came in with. They thought by the forceful and the barrels of the gun, they will continue to kill people for the unity of Nigeria. That also is the problem today. So, this impression that they are creating, that the country must remain as crafted from the amalgamation by the colonialists, and that this country called Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is also the problem. We have lived from centuries to century, and today we are in the era of 21st century. We are now in a global village where the things of the past and the things of the old are changing to become new. And they don't want to change Nigeria with the dangerous diversity that have now emanated from different angles and the different injustices and corruption, and now Nigeria has found itself to become an Islamic state. That is the problem. Looking for who to disturb. Who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. You don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this?" Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa, there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you, you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is one porter. Simon Ekpa is a perima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was They put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going. When they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you be a terrorist, is oh Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. Iti Boribos. Iti Pataka. Everywhere. I'm great on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning. Today we are going to be broadcasting here. Wherever you are joining from, try to share the video and tell others that we are not on the other platform. We can't be able to broadcast on David Harbour channel because of the attack that we have over there. We have a very heavy attack on the Biafra channel, and they are trying to take down, they are trying to hack the platform. I have been fighting with them throughout yesterday and today, so we can't be able to have access until we recover that platform completely. So for now, we are going to be broadcasting here. Try to invite other people and let them know that our broadcast is happening on this platform now, no longer on the Biafra channel, until we recover the channel back. That is the challenges we have to face in this very struggle. It is a battle that we continue to fight over and over again, and that is why most time we have a backup channel, so that when something happened to the channel, we go to somewhere else and broadcast. That is why each time you join us, you also join our backup channel. Now we have to be broadcasting on this backup channel until we recover David Harbour channel. We are still working on that. We are trying everything we can do to recover the channel. We know it's attack from the enemies, from our haters, from those who don't want us to speak the truth. They are trying so much to see that we don't broadcast, we don't speak. Even though we don't have so many people that are watching, and still yet they are worried. I don't know why they are worried, attacking us every now and again. So if you have joined this very platform today, try and share to other people and let them know that this is where we'll be broadcasting until we recover David Harbour channel that is under attack as we speak. So by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiam, we will recover it. We will continue to do anything we can do to recover the channel. So as you are with us here, please try as much as possible to invite others and let them know that here is where we are. By the time you share the program to other people, when they come in, they will know where we are. If you don't share, there is no way we can reach out to our large audience. So for the fact that we can still have somewhere we can broadcast, it is a good thing. And if you are joining us, please make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and also follow other backup channels that we have, like the Chuk Survivor. Chuk Survivor is still under attack, but that one is also another backup channel. So the Chuk Survivor channel also has been an old channel. The same thing they did there. I fought, and I recovered it after a long time. So you can still follow Chuk Survivor channel. That very Chuk Survivor channel, you type Chuk Survivor, you see it is a very long time channel and popular, so you follow it. So for now, we are going to be broadcasting here until we recover David Harbour channel, where we broadcast every morning. So until then, this is where we will be broadcasting. We'll be broadcasting here, and we'll broadcast the Chuk Survivor until we make our recovery completely. So thank you so much for joining. It is not easy, but we will continue. Okay, my brother Okemwa, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. I welcome you, my brother Okemwa. Thank you so much. Good to have you here. That is the battle we have to face every single day. It is a battle. When we come in, they kick us out, they attack, they hijack the channel. We battle, we fight, and we try to bring back the channel. So that is what we have to do. Ups and downs. I have lost many channels on this very cause of Biafra. The channel of Biafra, if I count the number of channels I have lost, not one, not two, I will build the channel with a very large subscribers and they will take it over. I will build the channel and they will attack, but we will not stop no matter what happens. So I will still continue to battle on that very channel to recover it. But before then, we will continue our daily broadcast here. Nothing will stop me to broadcast every day, except I'm no longer alive, or there is no other channel for me to broadcast. But as long as I still have a channel where I will come and speak, even if it is one person or two people, I will still come and speak to Biafrans. So I appreciate everyone that have joined us today, and so many people who are going to come across our video as time goes. And I know people, those who are seeking for the truth, those who are sincere and genuine, they will still come back and seek for us, and we will find them. So I appreciate everyone that has connected so far, wherever you are connecting from. Like the program and share it. When you like it and share it, we also alert others. So today we will go into our program. Remember, today is Monday. Today is Monday. As always, you know, every Monday is a day that the Biafrans have chosen as civil disobedient. Sit at home. So for a long time, a lot of battle have been going on that sit at home, a lot of attack, a lot of propaganda, a lot of blackmail. So many things have happened. So many things. But in the midst of that, there are still some Biafrans that are genuinely doing it because they want to do it. Nobody is forcing anybody to do it, right from the beginning. But today, what we see is that it is the government that is forcing people not to do it. They are the people that are telling you not to force people. They are the ones forcing people not to do it. So that's the propaganda there. So today we choose a topic which says Monday sit at home, effects and costs to the Nigerian government, the silent crisis, kidnapping and terror. We are going to touch on this topic today, and we will try as much as we can to cover every area that we can cover, regardless what happened. So those who are going to watch later, we equally join and watch later and see that we are doing what we have to do. And you that is in the program, try as much as possible also to invite other people to join. Try as much as possible. Anyone you can invite, anyone you can be able to send the program to, send it to them so that they can join us and know that we are still here. We are not running, we are not going anywhere, and we will continue to do what we have to do at every given point in time. So, my fellow Biafrans, it is Monday sit at home, effect and cost to the Nigerian government. I welcome every one of you, whether you are watching us from Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Asia, Africa, wherever you are watching from. I welcome you once again, and I thank you for being part of this program. And it's still that same important day that we have continues. We are not backing down, even if everybody stops. There are still people who are genuinely hanging on and will never stop. Today we're discussing the topic that has becomes a defining issue in part of Nigeria. That is the topic we are discussing today. Every Monday, street becomes empty, market remain closed, schools shuts their gates, business lock their doors, fear replace movement. This is what has become known as Monday sit at home. But today, we must ask difficult questions. We will ask, is this still a political protest? Or has it turned into a system of fear and economic paralysis? These are questions that people are asking. And I think we have to join and ask that question. What is the real cost to Nigeria? What is the real cost of the sit at home to Nigeria? What is the impact on ordinary citizens? And how has the rise in terrorism, kidnapping, and human rights abuses worsened in the situation? Today we will examine the economic, social, and security consequences of the Monday sit at home order and its implication for governance in Nigeria. Monday is always a special day. It doesn't matter how they feel. We need to deliberate and talk about these issues because it is important. It concerns you, it concerns me, and we must continue to dive into it. The Monday sit at home began as a form of political protest. It began as a political protest. Remember, it didn't start from Mazi Simon Ekpa. It started all the way from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. supporters describe it as a civil disobedient movement designed to draw attention to political grievances and demands. That is what it is. Civil disobedience. That is what every one of us seek it to be. No matter how Nigerian government decide to demonize it, Nigerian government decide to make it look evil, they make it look chaotic, they make it look violence, but it is not. The intention was demonstrate resistance through non-participation in normal activities. That is what it meant. Demonstrating resistance through non-participation in normal activities. As simple as that. And people were doing it willingly on their own without any enforcement. People closed their markets. People would remain indoor. Economic activities will slow down. In theory, it was meant to be peaceful form of protest. And that is what it is until the government decided to make it violent by themselves. The Monday sit at home was meant to be peaceful. It's a peaceful protest. From day one, people on their own close their markets, remain indoors, economic activities slow down. It was meant to be peaceful form of protest, and that is what it was. That's what it has been. That is what it has always been for the Biafrans. But the government hijacked it with their false flag operations here and there, and over time, they changed it and tried to make it look violent. They present it as violent. They present it as chaotic. They present it in the manner that people begin to disagree with it. They went ahead to even begin to force people against it. So many false flag operations were conducted to destroy it and to make it evil. In many areas, compliance is no longer voluntary. Fear has become the enforcement mechanism. That was what Nigeria did. Nigeria created that fear in order to stop it, just like they are doing today. They use fear to stop it. The same thing was what they did to use fear to enforce it. Trying to demonize it, at the end of the day, it becomes a different thing altogether. It becomes a positive thing that people keyed into it and stayed away. Residents often stay at home not because they choose to. That is what government always said. But today, go and check. The people that are enforcing today is the government forcing people out. By fire, by force, whether you like it or not, up to the extent of destroying shops, destroying houses, arresting people because they are exercising their civil right. And they made it look chaotic. And that was their aim, to make sure they destroy the protest and make people see it as violent. That is how they do in everything. Everything that the Biafran people indulge in, Nigeria will create another group to counter it, make it look violent, push it to the way that people begin to be afraid of it. We have seen it over and over again. One of the most immediate consequences of the money set at home is economic damage. And that economic damage was to the government, not to the individuals, not to the people. Initially they were saying, oh, the sit at home doesn't concern them, it doesn't. But at the end of the day, we begin to hear their cry. We begin to hear their economic loss of the government, not even the citizens. Because if you think they are doing it because of citizens are losing money, you're wasting your time. They don't care about you. They are worried because they were starved of that money they are stealing every month, and they couldn't handle it. Even though they say it doesn't concern them. But when you look at it, in every angle, they are the ones that are crying and worried every day. Because when people close their businesses, they lose access to those money they collect. They lose legitimacy, and the world see them as illegitimate. That is what they didn't want to see. That is what they didn't want to see. They try to manipulate it. They try to make it look evil. They did everything they can to make it look bad. But I thank you that the people stood their ground. And today, when you see how they are going about attacking the Monday Citadel, you will know that they are the problem, not the Biafrans. They are the problem, not we the Biafrans. And they have been the one that have been enforcing the Citadel. Today, they are still the one who are forcing people to come out. Today, what they have engaged in today, embark on, is destroying of properties. Can you compare the amount of shops, lives that have been destroyed in main market to what the sit-at-home has done all this while? The sit-at-home that was meant to save lives. Sit-at-home was meant to bring up the plight of the people. But within a short space of time, do you know the amount of money that people have lost in the hand of the CE going on in Anambra State by locking off people's shop, by destroying people's shop? But some people pretend, oh, it doesn't really matter because they are not directly affected. They feel it doesn't matter. But I bet you every single one of them will pay. They will pay dearly for what is happening today. History will never forgive them. History will never forgive Soludo. Today, Nigeria is as insecure as anything. They are not talking about the insecurity in Nigeria. They are not talking about the kidnappings that are happening. Go and check Soludo. What he's doing is going after the innocent ones, going after the traditionalists, going after the genuine businessmen and women and destroying their businesses, going after everything that represents the Igbos. Soludo, you all know that he's one that's in the front line of painting the Igbos bad. He is the one in the front line making sure that the Igbos lose the sympathy they have in the world. He is in the front line of attack against the Biafra restoration. There's no doubt. Another major concern linked to it. But when they come, they will blame the sit-at-home and say, oh, it is the sit-at-home. They said it is the sit-at-home that is causing the problem. But they are the ones creating the problem. They are the one conducting the false flag. It has nothing to do with the sit-at-home. It has nothing to do with Biafrans. Today, they have used their false flag to make communities operate on their fear. Criminals taking advantage everywhere, empowered by the government of the day, both state and federal. Very sad. But this is the true situation of the contraption called Nigeria, and we will continue to speak about them. Nigerian government have tried as much as they can to paint the sit-at-home evil and make it look as if it is forcefully being put in place. Nobody is forcing anybody. That is one thing the world should know. Nobody is forcing anybody. Today, go and check. Who is the one forcing? Is it not the government that is forcing? Government is the one forcing people to come out against their will. They go to the extent of destroying their shops, destroying their properties, locking people up because they made their civil choice. Because they chose what to do. It is sad. It is sad. The government, whose fundamental responsibility is to protect life and property, is the one today destroying lives and property. They are the one destroying life and property. The citizens expect safety, stability, and economic opportunity. But the government is the one denying them safety, denying them stability, and denying them economic opportunity. And nobody is talking about it. The world is just silent watching. But we will not back down. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, we will never back down. We will continue to expose the evil of these people wherever they gather. Every plan they have made against the struggle, we will never back down. We will continue to speak. And I thank you, Camera Mazen Nandekan, who is the leader of this struggle, is there. He is not backing down either. Mazen Nandekan is doing everything humanly possible, even in detention. One of the greatest joy I have is that Mazen Nandekan is doing a lot today to unite Biafrans together. Mazen Nandekan have taken responsibility to unite Biafrans, since we that we are outside cannot be able to put this in order. Mazen Nandekan has taken responsibility. And many of you must have seen a video that was information that was brought by his lawyer yesterday or the day before yesterday. Many of you must have seen that video. If you have not seen the video, I'm going to play the video and we will listen to what Mazen Nandekan planned. They plan to create 100 men that are going to go to work, led by Mazen Nandekan, to make sure that things stabilize. I thank Chukwuka for that initiative. That is Mazen Nandekan for you. Wherever he is working for Biafra. Wherever he is. And we are following, we are listening. Since the people that are free, the people that are supposed to do things are not doing it. People that are expected to take responsibility are not. Instead, they are creating division, creating obstacles everywhere. And today you see many voices confusing innocent Biafrans that are genuinely seeking for their freedom. Why I don't castigate people that attack and say things is because many of them genuinely, so many of Biafrans genuinely, they want that freedom, but they don't have the right information. So many are confused, they don't know where to go, where to follow. So many are confused. And that is why today you see people doing so many things. You see people going to different levels. Sometimes they even go to the extent of attacking somebody who is genuinely working for Biafra. Everybody is suspecting everybody. But is that going to lead us to our destination? Will that lead us to our destination? I doubt. That is why we must be very, very careful in whatever we are doing. I have made a message here where I say we must put every information to test. The criminality of Nigeria is so much. I want us to listen to this message delivered by Mazen Nandekan, delivered by the lawyer of Mazen Nandekan. It is important that we pay attention and say, once it happens, we'll bring it and we'll talk about it, whether good or bad. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Good morning, all lovers of freedom. My name is Nemeke Jofo, one of the lawyers to Mazen Nandekan. Today is the 15th of March, 2026. I've been in Sokoto since on the 13th of March, 2026, to consult with my client, Mazen Nandekan. And I'm happy to announce to us that we had very fruitful discussions, and there will be so many emerging issues to be handled and to be treated in a very short while. There will be established a 100-man committee.
Mazen Nandekan is going to establish 100-man committee. 100-man committee is coming. And that committee will be led by Mazen Nandekan himself. He has been very silent for a very long time. It's been 5 years. And since there is nobody out there among all the people that are talking about Biafra that can be able to unite all the Biafrans together, Mazen Nandekan is taking charge. And he's creating a committee that is going to do that work. I want you to listen to this lawyer that made Mazen Nandekan.
There will be established a 100-man committee. the 100-man committee that will be in charge of so many things to come. The 100-man committee will be headed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, and there will be other deputies.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be the leader of that 100-man committee and other deputies. I can't wait to see them because it is important. Unity, unity, unity. It is important, more important than anything you can talk about. More important, more especially now that the world is focusing on Nigeria. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for this initiative. We are waiting to see what it's going to be.
Assist him in heading this 100-man committee, and I want to tell us that he is of high spirit despite the incarceration, and he has told us that we must remain one at all times. We must maintain focus at all times. We must be united at all times. He also expressed his thank you to the governor of Abia State for being a very democratic man, for not interfering with the rally to release him, for not interfering with the fundamental rights of people who came in to rally for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So the governor will thank you, the legal team will thanks you. You have done well. You have acted as if you are not a Nigerian politician. You acted like an American politician who believes in the human right of people. We thank you, God will bless you. And by the grace of God, with the good works we are doing in Abia State, we are likely going to have a second term. And I want to thank all those who are assisting one way or the other to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free. We want to thank you. Be steadfast in your pursuit for justice. Be steadfast in your pursuit for love. Be steadfast in your pursuit for freedom. God will help us. And as I bid you farewell from the Sultan Abubakar III, Sultan Abubakar III Airport, I want to say thank you. Yes, I want to say also thank you to Shore, Sahid, and all those who came in to rally. You see, the funny thing is that Shore, Sahid, and all the others, they are not Igbos. They are Yorubas, but they believe in the struggle for freedom. They believe in the independence of people. They believe in self-determination. Not all those who are scared of the freedom of other people. So we thank those committees. We thank those who came in from Lagos, from the Urobo, Biafra. We thank all of you for.
So you have heard it. This information is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can see him there in the airport in Sokoto as he want to leave before he deliver the message. So this is not the one you will say, oh, it's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Did he say it? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not say it. I am not ready to listen to all those nonsense this time around. For me, I am interested in how we are going to hold ourselves together. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain the symbol of this very struggle. He remained the symbol of this very struggle. If it were when Mazi Samuel was around, it is a different ballgame. Mazi Samuel was able to take charge. Mazi Samuel was able to take charge, and he was in reconciliation. He was working so hard in reconciliation, even with the enemies. He was always giving an open card for them, and he was relating with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers. I don't know why. I don't know where some of us left our brain. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu someone was here, he was in touch with the lawyers at all times. Even when he had a problem with the Jimako, he still was getting in touch with the other lawyers to reach out to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even when Jimako messed up, he cautioned him and went away and still came back. They were still related. They were still communicating to make sure that that gap is not closed, to make sure that that very lane is not closed. But today, it is unfortunate that we cannot be able to do anything. But the most important thing that finally today, I can't wait to see those 100-men committee. That 100-men committee, I can't wait to see what it comprises of. And that will be a step forward for us to know, at least for people, this confusion to stop. So many Biafrans today are no longer talking about Biafra agitation. Some don't even know where to go. Some are genuinely seeking for Biafra, but they don't have the right information. Instead, they engage in saga. They engage in attacking each other. They engage in propaganda. Even speaking against people that are fighting genuinely. That is why, for me, I don't believe in attacking anybody. At the end of the day, the truth will definitely come out. Whatever you know you are doing and your heart convinces you to do it. Continue. Continue. If you know you are doing evil and your heart tells you are doing evil and you still continue, go ahead. Good luck for you. At the end of the day, after this Biafra has come, every one of us will give account of his or her stewardship. It's going to happen. At the end of the day, every one of us will give account. And by the way, when this Biafra comes, you cannot drive anybody away and say, oh, you don't come in, this or that. Every one of us will go back home. And we are going to face the law of the land. We will face the law of the land. If I have done anything evil, I will face the consequence. The law is there. If they take me to court, I face the court of Biafra. If the court of Biafra finds me guilty, I will face it. But if I'm innocent, I will move. And that is how it's supposed to be. So why do we have to be clean ourselves simply because even of Biafra have not seen yet? When Biafra come, you can't stop anybody from coming. The good, the bad, and the ugly are going to come back home. The good, the bad, and the ugly are going to come. And who will decide who is the good and the bad and the ugly? It is the court, the law of the land. So why don't you have patience until then? Some of us that are fighting today are shouting and talking blah, 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 claiming what they are not. When Biafra comes, you might even have any position there. And I'm telling you, in case you don't know, there cannot be any restoration without Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's presence in it. There is nothing, nobody is going to recognize anything without Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in it. He is the leader of the struggle. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the struggle, and he will continue to lead. The whole world knows that. The United States knows that. Israel knows that. They know that he is the leader of the struggle. So even if they want to make any move for recognition, they must contact him. They must reach out to him. Before any negotiation, it will be with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in case you do not know. That is why when I see people who are fighting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, like the DOS and their agents that are talking against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I laugh at them because they don't know what they are doing. Those agents don't know what they are doing. Only idiots we listen to them. Only idiots we obey them. Only idiots we buy into that idea. Castigating Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, his image and personality. If you destroy the image of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and personality, Biafra is gone. Biafra is gone. In case you don't know. With the sacrifice he has made, with the truth he brought into Biafra, with the facts and figures and the suffering he has gone through, if you destroy him and take him out, I bet you will see nothing. You will not achieve anything. So all these things they are doing, talking with Nolan Neck and her group doing, just a waste of time. And that is why I say they are not working for Biafra. They are not working for our freedom. They are agents of the enemies. Nigerian government is fighting hard. And they have paid a lot. Nigerian government have paid a lot. They have paid a lot to destroy the image of Biafra. They are using our governors. They are using the saboteurs. They are using the media. They are using Biafrans themselves against us. And they are paying huge amounts. They are using propaganda and blackmail and force. You know, every time when I come here, I talk about the false flag. When I talk about false flag, people will not understand. There is a recent one that is trending. Now, the new false flag that is trending, they went and brought something that happened somewhere else, and they are saying the Biafra land. It didn't start today. They have been doing it long, long ago. So many of you must have seen that video. If you are not seeing it, I'm going to play the video so that we can go through it together. For you to understand how evil Nigerian government is. They don't want us to solve. I want us to go through this video together. Let us listen and hear it. The new trending that every one of you have seen now. Some of you
lying about how they discover bomb factory, NATO ammunition in Imo State. The video will reveal how the Nigerian army is now involved in huge propaganda against the Igbo people. It all started with a press statement on March 12, 2026. Lieutenant Colonel Olabisi Olalekan Ayeni, the acting deputy director of Army Public Relations, 82 Division Nigerian Army, sign and publish an announcement. The headline says, troops of Operation Udoka had reopened a road in Imo State shut for 3 years, dismantled an IPOB bomb factory, and recovered Biafran flags, NATO ammunition, and IED making materials. The press was dramatic. It was detailed. It named dates, March 6 and March 11, 2026. It named location, Osu Eketutu, Osu Ihetukwa. It named collaborating agencies, Navy, Air Force, DSS, Police, NSCDC. It had the full weight of official military authority behind it.
You can imagine all the forces they sent to Biafra land. Navy, Air Force, against the Liberation Army, against our Liberation Army, people that are fighting for a genuine cause of freedom. But in the northern part of Nigeria, where the terrorists are running rampage, they don't care. You cannot hear this kind of news that they send military reports in Biafra land. That is the propaganda they push to make our land look chaotic. Even though our land remains the most peaceful place in Nigeria till today, till this minute as we speak, the most peaceful place. Listen to that news.
Attached to it were photographs. That was their mistake. As you can see, these are the photographs. Now, embedded on 2 of those photographs, visible to anyone who look, was a GPS mass camera stamp. The kind automatically generated by a widely used Android application that records location and time data at the precise moment a photo is taken. The data cannot be fabricated within the app. It pulls directly from the phone's satellite positioning system. Even though they blurred the geolocation of that image, the GPS map gave them out.
You see?
The timestamp read, instead of March 2026, the timestamp recorded the date as 22nd May 2024. Time 2 p.m. Latitude 7.68, longitude 4.89. Address OK Ogun, Oyo State.
Fake people.
The second image was also taken on 22nd May 2024.
Something that happened in Oyo State. They projected as something that happened in the Biafra land. They took a picture of events since that happening in Yoruba land. They will push it and they are writing it and telling people that it happened in Biafra land with pictures. And they were caught red-handed. You know, we have said this so many times. This is the same way they were conducting their so-called enforcement of sit at home. Every insecurity in Biafra land is created and forced by Nigerian government just to make us look evil, just to make our effort look violent. They want to make the agitation look violent. They want to remove the sympathy that we have. Sometimes they will come and give you skeletons. People that they Asere Dokubo and his group killed. The same Nigerian group, Asere Dokubo group, the Tiger Base, and other criminals that they employed, the people that they murdered, they will go and film it and they will tell you the Liberation Army. Just like they're announcing here, they have taken over the camp, they take over the village, and they parade different kinds of armored tank, armored personnel, and different kinds of forces. What a shame. And in this one, they were busted. They were busted red-handed.
2026. And the address was Ikorodu, Lagos, Nigeria.
Imagine.
Oyo State, not Imo State. Ikorodu, Lagos State, not Imo
Ikorodu,
State.
something that happened in Ikorodu.
OK Ogun, a farming region in southwest Nigeria, not the mother valley of Osu Eketutu in southeast. Let us be precise what it takes for a photograph like this to end up in an official military press release.
Imagine.
Someone had to select the image. Someone had to decide it was suitable for publication. Someone had to attach it to the document. Someone had to approve the release. And then, critically, someone decided that the second image, the one with the same scene and the same story, needed its metadata erased before it could be published alongside the first. This is not a one-person mistake. This is a process, a pipeline, a decision chain that produced, reviewed, approved, and published fabricated photographic evidence in an official communication from a national military institution. Africa Check, Nigeria's most respected independent fact-checking organization, has documented multiple previous instances of Nigerian actors,
Every
including
time
military adjacent sources, recycling old photograph as fresh evidence, old image stripped for context, repurposed for new narrative, attached to events they have no connection to. It is a pattern in Nigeria's information environment. What makes this case different is not the technique. The technique is familiar. What makes it different is who is doing it. This is not an anonymous Twitter account. This is not a partisan political blogger. This is the official press apparatus of the Nigerian Army 82 Division, publishing fabricated evidence under an officer's name and rank, distributed to mainstream Nigerian newspapers, broadcast on televisions, republished without question. And almost no one in the mainstream Nigerian media asks a single question about the photograph. The GPS data was right there, visible in plain sight on the image, and the Nigerian press, with honorable individual exceptions, reprinted the Army's press release as fact and move on. Now let us talk about what was happening in Nigeria during the same week that this press release was being written, approved and published. Between March 3rd and March 9, 2026, a single 7-day period, Boko Haram and its ISWAP affiliate launched a coordinated campaign of attack across Borno State that security analysts have described as one of the deadliest weeks for the Nigerian military since the Matele massacre of 2018, when at least 118 soldiers were killed at a single base. On March 3rd, 2026, Boko Haram stormed a military base in Ngoshi, Goza local government area of Borno State. On March 5th, ISWAP released video documentation of simultaneous attacks on 4 separate Nigerian army camps in Manok, Jakana, Mate, and Kondoga, all struck on the same day. The video showed the aftermath. It showed captured weapons. It showed dead Nigerian soldiers. ISWAP published it themselves. On March 9, ISWAP overran the military base in Kukuwa local government area. Lieutenant Colonel Umar Farouk, the commanding officer, was killed alongside his troops. This was the 3rd commissioned officer killed by ISWAP in the space of that single week. By the time the count was tallied, more than 100 Nigerian soldiers had been killed in 7 days. Senator Mohammed Ali Ndume of Borno South confirmed the scale of displacement and casualties. Governor Babagana Zulu of Borno State made urgent public calls for a coordinated military offensive. The Washington Post published an investigation. AP ran dispatches. The global press covered what was clearly one of Nigeria's worst military weeks in years. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration issued no presidential statement specifically addressing the scale of casualties from that week. But 3 days after the last of those soldiers died in Borno State, the 82 Division Nigerian Army published a polished press release about a bomb factory in Imo State, illustrated with photographs taken in Oyo State 2 years ago. There are Nigerians alive today who remember the Southeast as the safest region in the country. Anambra State in particular was known not for armed conflict, but for its universities, its market, its roads, its commerce, the Igbo entrepreneurial culture, the Eze Go School spirit. The traders in every major city in the continent was not a culture built on violence. It was built on movement, exchange, and relentless self-improvement. The insurgency in southeastern Nigeria did not begin in a vacuum. According to Wikipedia documented history of the conflict, it broke out formally on January 16, 2021, when the Nigerian Army moved to crush the parliamentary wing of IPOB, the Instant Security Network, in Olu, Imo State. Since 2021, the region has deteriorated. Sit-at-home orders disrupted commerce. Armed groups operating under various banners kill security personnel. The military launched operations that human rights organizations documented resulted in civilian casualties and displacement. By mid-2024, a vast stretch of woodland between Anambra and Imo State had reportedly become a no man's land. None of this means that the security problem in the southeast are fabricated. They are real. People have died. Roads have been closed. Communities have been terrorized. That is not in dispute. What is in dispute is the integrity of the institution tasked with addressing those problems. And whether that institution is using real security challenges as cover for a political and ethnic narrative that goes far beyond legitimate counterinsurgency.
That is what they are doing.
When every single army press release from the southeast features Biafran flags as a central visual shorthand for terrorism.
Yes.
When the word proscribed is attached to IPOB and Biafra every sentence until the two words become inseparable in the public mind. When photographs from other states and other years are deployed to make the southeast look like a war zone, we are no longer in the territory of security operations. We are in the territory of narrative warfare against an ethnic identity.
That is what it is. Narrative
Older
warfare.
Nigerians, those who were adults in the years between 1966 and 1970, we recognize the rhythm of what is happening now. Before the Civil War, the targeting of Igbo communities was preceded by a sustained propaganda campaign.
That is what they are still
aggression, Igbo arrogance,
Igbo
separatism, the framing of Igbo economic success as a threat, the gradual equation of Igbo identity with disloyalty to the Nigerian state. Language was the first weapon. Images and narrative were the second. Violence was the third. We are not in 1966. The context is different. The weapons are different. The actors are different. But the structure of the script is recognizable to anyone who has read the history honestly. When an official military institution deploys falsified evidence to paint a specific ethnic region as the home of bomb factories and terrorism, while simultaneously releasing the real perpetrators of mass violence against Nigerian soldiers from the pressure of official accountability, that is not counterinsurgency. That is ethnic targeting dressed in military uniform.
Targeting, that is
every
war.
Biafran flag in a military press release.
Ethnic targeting, that is what you see. Every time anything that has to do with Biafra people, anything, any trouble they see, they will attach it with IPOB, Biafra flag, and they will make it look violent. Everything that is ethnic cleansing and targeting, that is what is happening in Nigeria. And I hope the world is watching. The same thing they did in 1967. First of all, blackmailing the people. They said the Jew caused a war. They entered into and begin to kill Biafrans. They started with that their leader was murdered by the Igbos. Something that was done by young military officers of Nigeria, not for the Igbos. That was done for Nigeria. Even the purpose of it was to put a Yoruba man in power. But they used their media to push that propaganda. At the end of the day, we lost more than 5 million people. We lost. The same thing is still happening today. Today, it is the same narrative, the same line of thought, the same thing. That's what is still happening today. And some of us are still busy blabbing. Some of us are still busy talking about nonsense. Some of us are still busy talking about irrelevant issues. It is sad, but it is coming. I thank God for the focus on the United States of Nigeria. I thank God for United States focus, and by speaking up and all these videos that is coming out from right there and what we are doing, information will be going. Thank God for social media. They can't stop it. This propaganda, ethnic cleansing is what they are planning again after taking more than 5 billion, and they want to take more. And it's still ongoing. We don't have anybody to speak for us. No governor, no minister, no politician, nobody, no traditional ruler, no elite is speaking up about these issues. The insecurity in Biafra land is created and orchestrated by the Nigerian government themselves. They sponsor it, they create the false flag, and they come back and they take innocent life. Let's listen.
As the home of bomb factories and terrorism, while simultaneously releasing the in 1966 and 1970, we recognize the rhythm of what is happening now. Before the Civil War, the targeting of Igbo communities was preceded by a sustained propaganda campaign. Stories of Igbo aggression, Igbo arrogance, Igbo separatism, the framing of Igbo economic success as a threat, the gradual equation of Igbo identity with disloyalty to the Nigerian state. Language was the first weapon. Images and narrative were the second. Violence was the third. We are not in 1966. The context is different. The weapons are different. The actors are different. But the structure of the script is recognizable to anyone who has read the history honestly. When an official military institution deploys falsified evidence to paint a specific ethnic region as the home of bomb factories and terrorism, while simultaneously releasing the real perpetrators of mass violence against Nigerian soldiers from the pressure of official accountability. That is not counterinsurgency. That is ethnic targeting dressed in military uniform. Every Biafran flag in a military press release is a political statement. Every fake photograph is a brick in a narrative structure. And the destination of that narrative structure, if unchallenged, is a place Nigeria has already been, and at the cost of between 1 and 3 million lives. Boko Haram has been at war with Nigeria for over 15 years. In that time, it has evolved from a regional nuisance into one of the most capable jihadi organizations in West Africa. It now uses armed drones. It has diversified its funding, collecting taxes from farming communities in Borno, tapping into cryptocurrency markets, running black market operations across Lake Chad. It coordinates attack across multiple bases simultaneously. It releases its own video documentation of victories, knowing the Nigerian military will deny or minimize them. How has Boko Haram grown this sophisticated while the Nigerian military has spent 15 years fighting it? The answer is not that Nigerian soldiers are cowards. Many are not. Many are brave. Many have died in extraordinary circumstances with inadequate equipment, inadequate intelligence, and inadequate support from an institution that cares more about its own narrative than their survivor. The answer is that an institution rotting from within cannot fight effectively. An institution where the communication department is producing propaganda with falsified photographs while soldiers are being slaughtered cannot course correct. An institution where political calculations drive operational priorities, where the Southeast makes for better headlines than Borno State because the Southeast narrative serves certain political interests. It's an institution that has lost its core function. The Nigerian Army propaganda operation does not exist in isolation. It exists within a broader landscape of institutional decay that has accelerated dramatically in recent years. The press, which should be the first line of accountability, repeated this army statement without question. Major Nigerian newspapers, television stations, and online platforms ran the Imo bomb factory story as fact. The GPS metadata was on the image, the date was on the image, the location was on the image. And the Nigerian press look at all of that and publish the army's version without a single editorial challenge. This is not new. Nigerian mainstream media has become...
It is very clear that Nigerian mainstream media have been bought over. They are the worst enemies that the citizens have. Mazen Nandekano said it, and we have been saying it all the time. The worst enemy of the citizens is the press, because they are the ones that push out this false information, this false narrative. You can imagine, you use a picture of something that happened somewhere else entirely to represent a region because you want to destroy it. You want it to look bad. Terrorists is already taking charge of the entire Nigeria, and they don't care. It is so sad. That is why when I see some idiots who claim to be Igbos and they are following this terrorist party called the APC, and they are Igbos, people who are Igbos, you see them, they are following an illegitimate party that want them dead, people that don't want them alive, simply because of what you eat, or because you are doing a fraudulent business. Because no genuine businessman will be afraid of whatever they will do. If you know your hand is clean, why must you be afraid? You don't need to be afraid. You need to respect yourself and keep your integrity. There are so many people that have kept their integrity unmatched. There are people they cannot go to, but they saw that this bunch of clowns that have nothing to offer, shameless people, they are there making a protest, a protest for Bola Tinubu that is killing us. They are there making a protest. Why, when protest of Mazen Nandekano was called, none of them was there. Protest to free Mazen Nandekano was called. Instead, they were fighting the protest, including their media warriors. They were fighting the protest. What a shame. A protest that was meant to free your leader. Somebody you call your leader. You join them to fight it. Are you not ashamed of yourself? And you will come again in the other hand, you begin to preach. You begin to preach of Biafra.
and you're fighting against the leader. How does that add up? And some idiots are there. They didn't attend that protest. They were attending Tinubu rally. These are the people who claim to be equals. Selfish, fraudulent idiots. That is why I love the way one of our brothers addressed them. There's one brother that is always making wave online, have been speaking out. He's in the referent area, but he's an Igbo man. General Saboja. General Saboja spoke very, very well about the issue. Fearlessly, he told them what they need to know. And I love that, the way he addressed them. I love the way General Saboja addressed those idiots. He addressed them in a manner that they will never ever forget. I love the way he addressed them. And I'm going to try to play that video. I will play the video the way he addressed them, so that we will know the idiots that we are dealing with. We will know the idiots that we are dealing with, who claim to be with Mazen Nandeka, who claim to be Igbos. That is why when some people see them in their behavior, they say we are our own problem. But of course, not all of us. There are so many of us who are committed and genuinely want to be free. There are so many of us who can sacrifice everything sacrificable to see that the right thing has been done. I thank God for the voices like this brother who always speak.
Igbo brothers, I agree to now. Sure, as you say, show will come Abia State to release Nnamdi Kanu. Come with everybody. Me, I suppose they there. But I know they sound, I know they strong. I suppose they there. But upon that, say show will leave Abuja, leave Lagos, come Abia State. With everybody, all the crowd. And I see our Igbo brother. Then they receive Sheyi Tinubu. They go receive Sheyi Tinubu for Imo State.
Exactly.
But I see the betrayal. They live to talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Then they receive who? Sheyi Tinubu. They welcome Sheyi Tinubu for Imo State. Now, so see life tomorrow when some people don't say some Igbo people, no be all. Say some Igbo people they will betray. They will begin saying, why this person they talk like this? Why the person? See them now. It is a life of betrayal.
It is clear.
Now make you see Niger Delta people they fear to support some Igbo people. Now this thing makes some Niger Delta people they fear to join the Igbo struggle. They fear to join Igbo people. Now this thing. Show where they are. They Abia State, they are back. From our area, show where they work everywhere. Our Igbo brothers, they busy. They welcome Sheyi Tinubu for Imo State. They drink. They flag on Sheyi Tinubu.
Nonsense.
They tell us say they'll be waiting. City boys for Imo State.
City boys, my food.
They flag on City boy for Imo State. Rather, show where they are Abia State. Tomorrow is a make Niger Delta people join you. Tomorrow is a make Niger Delta people come close to you. Tomorrow is a Niger Delta people they betray. And they see on our life. If they see life, your brother they prison. Our brother they prison in Nnamdi Kanu. They prison. And they busy. They dance, they drink with Sheyi Tinubu for Imo State. They tell us say city boy, city man. And show where they busy, they cry. They work out for sun. Heat they do them. Sweat they pour. Everywhere dust. For Abia State. In Aba, they work everywhere. And they busy, they enjoy with Sheyi Tinubu. That means on no value Nnamdi Kanu. If Niger Delta people don't really join on, I say Niger Delta people are betrayal. Rather than not be the betrayal, when they look what you know that they do. Tomorrow they say, job people join you. Tomorrow they say, Port Harcourt people join you. Tomorrow they say, Niger Delta join you. With this character, this behavior, this betrayal, where would they see for now? All of now, city boy, nobody they talk of Nnamdi Kanu again. Nobody they talk of Nnamdi Kanu, city boy, city this. Now, I sorry for now. I sorry for now. I sorry for now. Surely, God will bless you. Sorry, sir, I no come. I know this malaria and typhoid. Sorry, sir, I no come. I know this strong. But see the Igbo people. See all of them. Then they go state, they do city boy. Then they busy, they work at city boy. You, they busy for their state. All this one, they go talk about you. Betrayal or one love. God will judge all of them. All of them. God will judge all of them.
They will never learn their lesson. They will never learn. That is what we see. So many of us are very, 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 very criminal minded. So many of us. And it's because those set of people he's talking about are fraudulent. They are fraudsters. They are fraudsters. That is why they cannot afford to say no. Because if they say no, they know what is coming. If they say no to Tinubu, they know that they are gone and gone for good. And that is why you see them betraying themselves, not me.
Betrayal like honor. Sabotua. I share for honor. Kubana chief priest. You will be Bolobolo.
That is Kubana chief priest. Kubana chief priest. I do have them Kubana.
Show what they have their state. They cry. They protest. Make their religion now the canon. We are not talking about Biafra. We need to talk about IPOB. We need to talk of IPOB. We need to talk of Biafra. He said, release land the canon.
Because they will say that
free land the canon. You dey busy, they welcome president to some who no hold any position. He no hold any position. What if be in position? City boy, not in position.
See, he made a very important point there because the protest was to free Mazen Nandekam. The protest was not talking about Biafra. So because some of them will say they don't want to get involved in the issue of Biafra. When you talk about Biafra, government will come after you. But in that protest, it was to free the innocent. That is what it means. Free the innocent man. The innocent man that you have detained. Free him. That is what the protest was all about. But they could not be able to come down and do what they have to do. Instead, they are supporting the government that is killing them. The government that is destroying, the government that is pushing propaganda and blackmail, the government that is creating false flag operations everywhere in Biafra land. Everywhere, every angle you go, they are creating their false flag. They are creating their, as we speak, even as we are speaking, they are still attacking people in Imo State and destroying houses. And when they do all those things, they will come back and tell you, oh, it is the Liberation Army of Biafra. They will tell you it is the Biafran people that are doing it. That is what they do. They will go and destroy houses. Even as we speak, it is still ongoing. And they will come back and tell you, oh, it is this Biafran people that are doing it. And I want to show you another video of the destruction they are doing, what they are doing in Biafra land. What they are doing. You think they're going to stop. And some idiots are busy following them here and there. Some idiots are busy following them and supporting their evil agenda. You are doing city poor. And tomorrow they will come and bring a fake videos that your people did this, your people did that. And you will support them. You will support their fake videos. You will join them to promote their fake videos. That is how low some people have gone. That is how low some of us can go against their own people. It is sad.
Today being 10 of March 2026, the Nigerian Army lost
what you are seeing here is 6 days ago. 6 days ago, the army, Nigerian Army, went to the Hitokwa and they were burning people's house that they are looking for the ESN. They are looking for Liberation Army of Biafra. You can imagine. Look at the mansion that they are burning. And this is what is going on. And tomorrow they will come and tell you, they will go and video it and tell you, look at how the ESN destroyed people. Look at how the Liberation Army destroyed. Look at it. Somebody is reporting it. Look at it.
Today being 10 of March 2026, the Nigerian Army lost Hitokwa. I'm up to 10 houses ọkụ n'ọsọ ite ụkwa
10 houses.
ndị amịla ndị ebube agụ ndị ọsọ kpọtara ha akpọta na-amụsị ụlọ ụmụnne ha ọkụ a na-amụsị ụlọ ụmụnne ha ọkụ n'ọsọ ite ụkwa ndị amị ebube agụ DSS wete ndị ọsụ zuru ume kpọ ha bịa na ha na-achọ ụmụ ọma ya dị ihe nye ụlọ ha mụsịrị ọkụ lọsọ hite ụkwa na-ele mọfa na-achọ ụmụ ọma mụọ ụlọ ụmụnne ha aka nọ na-ahụkwa ya ịghọta hapụ ha sị na ha na-achọ ụmụ ọma a na-abịa na-ama ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ a na-ama ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ lọsọ hite ụkwa today being 10 of March 2026 lekwenụ ya mbọ ụwa na-awachikwana ya agwa ka nọ na-amakwa maka echi aghasị na ụmụ ọma na-amụ ọkụ na ụmụ Chukwu na-amụ ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ kwanụ na-afụ ya ọ ndị amị na-amụkwa ya ọkụ ọkwa ndị Nigerian zoo na-amụkwa ọkụ ọha amụkwa ụlọ ụmụnne ha ọkụ ndị lemof a na-achọ ESN a na-achọ ndị ụmụ ọma agbarịsị ibe ha lọsọ ite ụkwa echi na-asị na ụmụ Chukwu na-agba ọkụ na-agbasa ụlọ ndị mmadụ ọkụ ọgwụ ijele witi keshi ọsọ akpọkwa ha abịa lekwa na ụzọ ha si bịa ọ ka nọ na confirm kwa ya kwa na afọ ụzọ ha si bịa ya ụkwa mọta nka na ọsọ ite ụkwa kesh and ijele na-amụsị ụlọ ndị ọsọ ite ụkwa ibe ha ọkụ ka nọ confirm kwa ya adịkwa atụ mmadụ egwu enweela emeni mana ha kwetara ekweta today na ọ na-eme they believe am and one thing with them ha dị ekwu eziokwu ha kwetara ekweta na ọ na-eme today mụ ka m nọ na-achọ abịa na oge ibe anyị na-aga we go nowhere enwe ibe anyị na-aga na we no be them buru na ụbịa ọpọlọ dị ho 300 something na-amụta nka n'obi obi obodo ole fọrọ na-agwa na mba ụwa eziokwu ihe na-emenụ ihe a na-eme ụnụ ọgbọ bụ nnụ kwata ụlọ mmadụ na-eme vidio si n'ọbụ ụlọ ndị ESN n'ime ọhịa ka anyị bi ya ire ha bụ bịa ọ ga nọ na-afụ ya akwatụsị ụlọ ndị mmadụ na ọfụ ESN ha na-achụ ndị ESN aghatụ ha egwu aghatụ nna egwu mmadụ kịtịkpa ya ụzọ ha si bịa up to 10 houses ka a mụrụ ọkụ n'ọsọ ite ụkwa 10 houses ka a mụrụ ọkụ n'ọsọ ite ụkwa na-elekwa na ya keshọpụ ndị mmadụ nọ n'afọ ya ha sịrị kọmpandụ mmadụ na-egredi kọmpandụ mmadụ ndị na-enwe ọfa a na-achụ ESN keshọpụ mmadụ ka akụtụchiri ife a nọ n'afọ ya na-egredi si kọmpandụ ndị mmadụ ndị na-enwe ọfa na-achụ ESN ọ nọ n'afọ ya up to 10 houses ka ha mụrụ ọkụ today 10 ka ha mụrụ ọkụ today n'ọsọ hite ụkwa ọ na-agụsị mmanụ ogbuligwe tiri ebubu ya ọ na-agụsị mmanụ ogbuligwe tiri ihe wetu n'oge udu ha kpatara ma ndị ahụ jisi okwuru tụrụ arịtụ jụọ na ijele ha ụdị kesh ọsọ ha afa they believe am lekwe ya ntiri ntiri ime ọhịa ka anyị biri anyị ebiela ụlọ mmadụ nna m nwere ụlọ ụmụnne nna ọkụ ụlọ na-edistroy ụlọ ụmụnne nnu the name of na fight is a security network na afọ ya ya first ndị mmadụ ha si kọmpadụ mmadụ tiwa kọmpadụ mmadụ into 2 si ya bata ha kụtụrụ ụlọ 4 side ya mụọ ụlọ 10 ọkụ side ya kewe obi ndị obodo a lee ya okuru mmọnwụ ha ndị obodo a ka a kụtụchiri mụọ ọkụ aka nọ n'afọkwa ya mbọ today being 10 of March 2026 ka ihe a na-eme n'ọsụ ite ụkwa I want a house on men there. Huh? 5% on them. I never believe that since over this war be there. Since 3 weeks now. I was thinking that I'm Biafra. Now we know be them. Huh? How much had their own now? When I go mind. I'm on cause. As long as now I like Biafra, I know the hands of freedom. Because we come Madrid and Nigerians will have Borno State. Happens Amfara. Hapu Kaduna. Ibe Boko Haram na egbu ha. Ibe ha na-enwe ike ụlọ aka ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo ntọ nnụ. Ndị politician ndị Igbo ntọ nnụ. Chukwu ga-akpọ nnụ ọkụ. Eh? Na-enwe ike hụ ihe ọma n'ụwa nnụ. Generation na-enwe ike hụ ihe ọma. Nnu ugbo aka nri na-egbute ọnwụ, nnu ugbo aka ebe nnu ga-egbute ọnwụ. Family niile ga-egbutecha ọnwụ. Ma nwa mụrụ taa na family nnu ga-egbute ọnwụ ike hụ ihe ọma. Lego ha na-eme family ndị mmadụ, ụlọ ndị mmadụ akụtụchi ụlọ ndị mmadụ. Ọsọ eto ụkwa. Ọsọ eto ụkwa. Ha na-akụtụchi family ndị mmadụ. Destroy ụlọ ndị mmadụ. The name of ana fight. It's a security network. Ha nwere katapila ha buru ga aburu onu. Ha buru katapila ha ga aburu onu. Ebe ndị amị na-agba baraki, ebe ndị terrorist na-agba baraki ha. Finish baraki ha. Ayi be ga ha eke ike. Ha buru katapila ha ga aburu onu. Maka ndị Igbo rere onwe ha ere. Rashin ndị Fulani. Ha obodo ndị Hausa. Ndị Hausa na ndị Fulani. La ndị Igbo efule efu amụrụ la mba Hausa. Eji utu Hausa mụta. Webezie. Ha na-ewusisi ụmụnne ha. Ha na-agba anyị wọ. Ọ wụrụ ụmụnne ha ka ha na-amụ ọkụ na. Junior enwe ha nwetara taa. Enwe ha mepụrụ nle ọbara. Na wọta na. Enwe na-emenụ. Men there. I got a house. I got a house. Look where. Yeah, we don't mother here. We don't mother here. Up to 10 houses come on today. Also, you talk. How broke a pillar? How broke you get a man? I will draw your army to the east before you will know. Terrorists will take over your land in north. I am there. I have a little bit of Madoko. I live with not. Yes, I can see it. Two liar, they went lemon to the mother.
That they will be busy fighting in the east. Why? By the terrorists is taking over. And it is happening. If you think it's a joke, it is not a joke. Terrorists are already taking over. Terrorists now in the north, they are giving people quick notice to leave. I saw a video where terrorists were giving quick notice. They gave the community a quick notice and the community were packing out. Everybody in the community was packing and running away. And Nigerian government will not go there to fight. Nigeria will pretend they didn't see it. They didn't even show as if they saw it.
Suna watsa suna barin gari saboda masiwa ta ishe su kuma sai banda su shigo da sun kashe mutane sun yi akacin kokarin su yau abu ya kai inda ya kai gargaja an cima lokacin za ta wacewa za ta wacewa ga mutanen gargaja nan wasu ƙasa wasu bisa mota ana barin gari saboda al'amari ya riga ya ɓaci kullum sai banda sun shigo sun kashe mutane kullum kashewa aka yau ma an shigo aye ɗaya da rabi na dare an ka kashe mutane muna cikin wani hali gaba ɗaya gwamnati ba ta da umarni tun da haka suka so mu musu garin za mu wace mu ban mu barayi garin su zanna da su tun da su sun kai shaidu ubangiji Allah su kawo mana ɗauki yau an cin mu ƙarshe bagaja za ta wace ke za ta wacewa an cima lokaci da za ta wacewa ga mutanen bagaja nan wasu ƙasa wasu bisa mota ana barin gari saboda al'amari ya riga ya ɓaci kullum sai banda sun shigo sun kashe mutane kullum kashewa aka yau ma an shigo ƙarfe 1 da rabi na dare an kashe mutane muna cikin kullum sai banda sun shigo garin sun kashe mutane sun yi akacin kokarin su yau abu ya kai inda ya kai gargaja an cima lokaci za ta wacewa an ce lokaci da za ta wacewa ga mutanen bagaja nan wasu ƙasa wasu bisa mota ana barin gari saboda al'amari ya riga ya ɓaci kullum sai banda sun shigo sun kashe mutane kullum kashewa aka yi yau ma an shigo ƙarfe 1:30 na dare an kashe mutane muna cikin wani hali gaba ɗaya gwamnati ba ta da umarni tun da haka suka so mu masu garin za mu wace mu ban mu barayi garin su zanna da su tun da su sun kai shaidu ubangiji Allah shi kawo mana ɗauki yau an cin mu ƙarshe bagaja za ta wace kenan Allah kawo mana
and I hope the world is watching. The world is watching. They don't care about what is happening in their area. They don't care. In fact, they don't give a damn. All they care about is how to tarnish the image of the Biafrans. What they care about is how to make sure that their propaganda against Biafra stands. What they care about is to make sure that the issue of Biafra is swept under the carpet. It is sad and disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Very, very disturbing that nobody is doing anything with all this madness that is going on. When we talk, they say we are talking too much. When we complain, they say, why are we complaining? When we say what, they say, why are you saying that? And in that zoological republic, you can never see anything go right. They are busy creating more chaos. I just saw recently the idiot that created this problem, that took the life of more than 6 million, 5 million Biafrans, went to see a fraudster in Asorok. Went to see a fraudster in Asorok. And of course, many of you must have seen the video. What did he go to do? To congratulate him for a job well done. And ask Gowon, what job has the fraudster done? A fraudster, a fraudulent man, a drug baron. And Gowon went to congratulate. Let's see the criminal, what he has.
To see him and to thank him for all the good work that he's doing for the country.
You can imagine. Went to Asrock to thank the drug baron for the good work he's doing for the country. This man that he's speaking, his own town is invaded, his own town. The Boko Haram are in charge. Terrorists are in charge of his town. His own people, they are being murdered in cold blood. Reverend Dachuma is praying and shouting and crying every day. And this man says he's a Christian. The next minute he said he wants to conduct a prayer for the whole entire nation. This was the idiot who spearheaded the massacre of the Biafran people. Today, he went to congratulate Turubu in Asoro. Ask me, what has Turubu done that you are congratulating? What has he done?
To see him and to thank him for all the good work that he's doing for the country. We had a look at all the
Biafran people, making sure that Biafrans do not breathe, allowing the terrorists to take over the northern part of Nigeria. That is the good work he's doing. That's the good work he's doing. Fraud and manipulation and stealing. That is the good work he's doing. And this man is congratulating him. When you see evil people, you know that is why they will never know peace. Even at his old age, he's not repenting.
The good work that the president is doing and the progress that Nigeria is making.
That Nigeria is making progress. What progress is a country of particular concern is making? What progress are they making? Country of a particular concern. What progress are they making? Debt everywhere. They don't even have, they are even borrowing money to service their debt. They borrow money to service their debt. Fraud, right, left, and center. A country where nothing is working. With international disgrace. A country that the primary objectives of the government cannot be provided. Protection of lives and property. The primary objective, life and property, they could not be able to do it. And you go in there to congratulate them. That is how you know evil men.
economically and otherwise.
What areas do you want him to improve on as it goes on?
Isn't he doing the best he can?
You can imagine. He's saying that he is doing the best he can. Look at it, you go on saying that Tinubu is doing the best he can. And the best he can is to allow terrorists to take over the northern part of Nigeria. The best he can is to continue to attack the Biafran people. The best he can is to continue to detain Mazen Nandekano illegally. That is the best he can. A man who has not committed any crime was indicted, kidnapped from Kenya, extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, and against the law. He was convicted with non-existent law. He was convicted with non-existent law, a repeated law, and they went ahead to give him life sentence. That is the best of Tinubu. And this man is congratulating Tinubu for doing that.
Around, so there is no particular place. Every other area, political, economic, social, etc. Well, and of course, the major problem that we have today, the security in the area, and all, he's doing everything to deal with those for the good of for the good of all Nigeria. So there is no particular place. He's got to look after the interests of Nigeria in all areas.
See, that he's doing the best for Nigeria in
all
areas.
The good work that he's doing.
You can imagine that Tinubu is doing his best for Nigeria in all areas. What else do you need to see when you see a devil? Tomorrow he will carry Bible and conduct prayer for the nation. That is what he does. That was why Martin Samuel told him not to step into Biafra land to come and conduct that useless prayer. A man who spearheaded the massacre of innocent children in Biafra land. A man who spearheaded the massacre of Biafra in Assam. Today, instead of confessing, he is still blackmailing us. He is still blackmailing us, even instead of confessing. It is a shame. It is a shame you have decided to die a disgraceful death. It's up to you. God will judge you. God will definitely judge you for everything you are doing against the Biafran people, for all your lies, for all your propaganda. God will judge you. What have we done? All we want is to be free. All we are asking for is freedom, nothing else. We're only asking for our freedom. Allow us to be. Allow us to be free. That is all we ask, nothing more. We don't need anything from you. We are not begging you for anything. Just let us be. That is all we ask. And they continue to hold on that, and they say they will not allow us to know peace. You will not know peace either. And when you see these criminals coming together, you know they are up to something. I also saw a video where the chief terrorist in Sokoto came to see Tinubu. And when you see the way Tinubu was bowing to him, you will now understand that the Zoological Republic is in trouble. Tinubu was literally bowing for that terrorist, the chief terrorist, the son of Ottoman Danfodi, that came from Sokoto to Asarok. You see the audacity, you see the pride. Tinubu was even shaking. And you think you have a nation. Sorry. Watch it. That is the chief terrorist in Nigeria. Came to Asarok to see Tinubu. Look at him. The Satan of Sokoto. Look at him. The very first terrorist that came into Nigeria was his forefather. Look at him. And see how all of them are bowing for him. Even Tinubu saw him, he was shaking. Just watch out. Watch out. You see? That is it. You see them. These are the people that are holding the country ransom with Nuhu Ribado. When they say Nigeria is a terrorist government, when we say Nigeria is in the hands of terrorists, you see how he's almost shaking in the presence of the caliphate. See how he's shaking in the presence of the caliphate. He walks into the Asorok and walk out anyhow he like, and when he comes, they are terrified. We need to leave Nigeria. The United States should pay attention. Nigeria is in the hand of the terrorists. There is no two ways about it. Nigeria is in the hand of the terrorists, and there is no remedy, there is no grammar you will speak to set Nigeria free. Nothing. Whatever you are saying today, you are wasting your garden time. It is not going to salvage anybody. It is not going to create any difference. It is going to get worse. The whole information that is needed have been delivered. Everyone has seen their evil. None is hidden anymore. But if the world decide to keep silent, well, to your tent, O Israel, everybody need to fight for themselves. Biafrans, we are already fighting our way out. We are already fighting our way out. A country that is not meant to be, but people continue to force themselves in it. The zoo is not meant to be. It is not meant to be the next minute. It's not meant to be. But they always find their way to continue to hold the zoo together. They continue to hold it together. Even when they know it's not terrible. Let us listen to this and see everything that comes from the zoo.
Say him and to thank him for all the good work that he's doing for the country.
Because don't want this idiot, this beggar, this idiot. I'm not looking for you. I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for another video. So that you can see why I'm showing all these videos, for you to see the country called Nigeria. For you to see the zoological republic for what it is. Because some of you don't understand. Some of you don't understand. You think it is
to say him and to thank him for...
This is not the video. Some of you don't understand. Some of you do not understand. You think it's a joke, right? It is not a joke. And before you know it, it will be too late. It will be too late. Well, people who knows what they want are already finding their way. People are already finding their way.
Inera billion ribier. Billion ribier. Million. So dubu. So nawa. So ribier.
This man is saying that the APC government of Tinubu has mapped out 500 billion. 500 billion. And they are sharing it to all the imam in the north. The APC government is sharing 500 billion to all the imam in the north to support them in 2027. You see why they don't care about your so-called security? And tell me, what do they want? The condition the man are going to give him is Sharia. Give us Sharia, and we allow you to rule. And he's adding 500 billion. I'm not the one saying it. Look at the man saying it here. A preacher and a man himself, he said that he rejected. But many of them have collected the money. And I want you to leave. He's speaking in Hausa. Let's allow him. For those who understand Hausa, we hear
him. Billion ribier. Billion ribier. Million. So dubu. So nawa. So ribier. Lafiya? To, akwai kuɗi biliyan 500. Minti biyar? Yayi? Biliyan 500, bari mu karasa wannan. 500 billion. Bari sai gobe. A karasa shi yau insha Allah. Saboda goben ta Allah ce. Biliyan 500. wannan miliyan 500 ne ake son a sami waɗanda kamar kwamiti ne malamai addini da shugabannin sarakunan gargajiya ana so wanda zai jagoranta
500 billion have been mapped out for all the cleric in the north. 500 billion mapped out for all the cleric in the north. And the leaders of all those what do they call them? Those their children that are walking about. 500 billion mapped out.
Yana da 5% of wannan 500 billion din. Na ce to ina jin ka. To alagatu malam ko da yake mun san kai ba ruwanka da irin wannan abu amma dai abubuwa ne in aka kyale kaza menene. Na ce to ka dai san ba ruwana da shi ko ba ruwana da shi to kuma ma dama akwai wani pastor shine yake jagorantar abin na ce to wannan ai ka riga ka ga mai hukunci ba na yi malam bari kira maka pastor na ce uwa ka da pastor ko baka ji ni ba.
The man is saying that he rejected the money. He's an imam in the north.
So malam mu dai kaza na ce in za ku je ku
they called him to go and take his own share.
Kai da Allah.
That they were all given 500 billion.
Kai ka san inda za wato abin da ke faruwa kasar nan malam. Za 5% of 500 billion kana magana nawa 25 billion naira. Wannan wai bangaren musulmi ne ba, to bangaren kiristoci ba.
That one is for Muslims, so and for Christians.
Saboda haka, ni ina magana ne akan dalili. Idan ka ga malam
he's saying is true. The imams were given 500 billion to support them for 2024, and he is asking, who knows the amount they gave the Christian section also, because they will share the same money to all the mega churches. And I bet you your pastors will collect. This imam said that he's not taking the money. 500 billion we are giving to all the imam in the north. And he's saying, do you know how much it is? And do you know how many billion again will be given out to the Christians? Christian pastors, all those they are mega pastors. Just watch out. Very soon, you see all of them saying, how many of them is mentioning to know? How many of them are talking about the election? Very soon, every single one of them will come and they will tell you to support this one, and they'll begin to change their tones. Sorry.
Yana zare ido. Yana Muslim. Hanya ba su kai mai labari ba kuwa. Ba zan gushe ba ina buga mana misali. Harkan zaben shugabanni ibada ce. Amana ce muke baiwa mutum. Amana ya mana arziki, amana ya ce da mu, la ba shi bane. Amana na kariyar rayukar mu, da jinanan mu, da mutuncin mu, da sauran na ababe guda biyu. To yaya za a yi wanda bai san ka?
You see, what I am revealing here is the fraud in that contraption called Nigeria that some of you are not aware. When we say Nigeria is irredeemable, it is not just because we hate anybody or any tribe. No. It is a truth that nobody wants to accept. It's a truth that nobody wants to speak about. But we, in this struggle for the restoration of Biafra, we won't keep silent. It doesn't matter how it sounds in your ear. It doesn't matter how you see it. We will not keep silent. We will continue to talk. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether it is sweet in your ear, whether it is bitter, we will continue to speak. Even though we know that they will never change. Nigeria, they will never change. Instead of changing, they will make it worse. And I have said it. I am not making this broadcast I'm making every day for Nigeria to change. No. If that is my purpose of making broadcasts every day, I would have stopped long ago. I would have stopped. If my purpose of making this broadcast is for Nigeria to change, I would have stopped because I know Nigeria will never change. Instead of Nigeria changing, it will be worse. it will be going from worse to worse. So any brokers I'm making, every day I come here online, I shout and talk. I'm not doing it for Nigeria to change because I know that change will never come. It will never happen. The only change will come is from worse to worse, from worse to worse, from worse to worse. That's the only change you will see. And we can never, ever have that. We can't have that change. So the only solution remains to continue to ask for the disintegration of the zoo. Because if you do not disintegrate the zoo, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. The insecurity will continue. The trouble will continue. The failures will continue. In fact, the situation will be worse than you can ever imagine. It will be worse. Every day, it will get worse. Every single day, it will get worse to the level that you can never imagine. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, continue to be steadfast in pursuit for our freedom. Anything you know you can do to make sure that our voice is heard, please continue to do that. Do not allow anyone to discourage you. Do not allow anyone to talk down on you. Do not allow anyone to make you feel unaccepted. No. You have the right to fight for your right. You have the right to fight for what is right. You have the right to demand for what is right. Nobody is going to stop you from that. And as we are conducting our sit at home, wherever you are, nobody is forcing anybody. As it touches you in your heart, follow and do it. As it touches in your heart to join in the call for sit at home, join and sit. Join and sit. We are only expressing our views. We are only expressing our thought. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. It will not change anything. We are whom we are. Nobody is forcing anybody. It is your conscience when you wake up in the morning and you remember that your brother is in detention. How do you feel? When you wake up and you remember that Mazen Nandekano is not just in detention, this time not just in DSS, in Sokoto prison, is in the hand of the caliphate. That is the greatest pain I feel. Anytime I wake up, I remember not just that Mazen Nandekano is in detention, but in Sokoto. That caveat, Sokoto, it is painful. Very, very painful. I don't know how to think about it. But for you, I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you feel when you remember that our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, is held in the north, in Sokoto of all places, the capital of the caliphate, the capital of people who don't want us alive. There is no insult that will be more than that. No insult, no provocation can be greater than that. And still, you feel that it is not wise to do something. You feel it is not wise to rise up and demand for what is right. You feel that Biafran sitting at home is asking for too much. Mazen Nandekano have sat at home for more than 5 years and still counting. And he's not relenting. Even inside there, look at him there. Inside, still organizing us, telling us to be united. He's still inside there, preaching unity for you and I. Somebody in detention, he's still the one inside there, preaching unity. And you are not worried. I thank you for the resilience of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. And from the information that came, those 100-man team that he wants to form, I can't wait to hear what they have, who they are, and what they have to offer. I can't wait. Because I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always have a good project. Mazi Simon Ekpa equally had a good project that you can see. When Mazi Simon Ekpa, when they put forward the project, you will see it. You will see the effect. It's not just a rhetoric. No, it's not just a rhetoric. You will see the effect. Just like when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created the ESN. Everybody saw their work. You saw it. It was happening. Mazi Simon Ekpa came and made the effect and created the Liberation Army. We saw them and we saw what they were doing. And today, in this 100 men, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is forming, which he is the leader, I can't wait to hear and see what effect it's going to have. Because I know that will mark the beginning of the end for the zoo. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have taken charge, taking responsibility of bringing all the Biafras together once again, that marks the end of the zoological republic, and they can't escape it this time. Before we go, I want us to take a very short break, and then we will come back and go to the media, look into the news they have.
Them say Tinubu don't follow for God now. Tinubu don't follow for God now. He want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate House fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists. Injustice, on Photoshop forget law for inside God. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God now. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God now. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows the way for kidnapping to stop. INEC don't fall for God now. They make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Thank you so much for your patience being with me up to this minute. It's not easy. I know we have a lot of challenges. Please, if you are joining us first time here, please like the program and share. Also inform others that this is where we're broadcasting. We cannot be able to have access to David Harbour channel. David Harbour channel. We can't have access to them. The account is under attack, so we are trying to recover it. The attack is on account is under attack, and they are trying to hijack it. And I've been working towards that. I'm still working towards it. So this is where we are going to host our program. Like this program, share it so that others will know where we are. I know many of our followers don't know where we are broadcasting today. So try as much as possible to share this program. Like the program, share so that others will know where we are. This is my backup channel, and I will continue to broadcast on this backup channel until when we recover our main channel. Also in the evening, I'm going to still be coming back again. I will broadcast here and also broadcast in the Choose Survivor channel. So those two channels, we are going to be using it until we recover our main channel. Choose Survivor and this very channel is where I will broadcast. So like and share so that other people will know where we are. Now we are going to go into their media to get some media updates that they have as always. We have to bring it up and we will look through them and talk about those that we can be able to talk about as we proceed on this program. So the first message we are having in front here, it says, Iran vow to hunt and kill Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu with full force. Imagine Iran. Iran say they want to take out the Israeli president. Let's see how easy it's going to be for them. Let's see. Or they are creating more problems for themselves. So this one say, shocking state of Kogi Primary School, built with mud, bamboo, without doors, window, or ceiling. You see? Kogi State, this is a primary school in Kogi State. Kogi State, where Yaya Bello stole billions of dollars. In that state, look at the state of school in Kogi. where their governor stole their money, and today EFCC cannot even arrest that man. Up to today, they can't arrest him. Shocking state of Kogi Primary School, built with mud. It was built with mud. A school built with mud in this 21st century. School in Kogi that has the richest governor, have stolen their highest amount of money, built with bamboo without doors, windows, or ceiling. God have mercy. God have mercy. It is really, really sad what this zoological republic has become. This one says Biafra Council, Spain, Argentina 2026 finalism of March scheduled for Qatar amid the Middle East crisis. Police tear gas canister hit APC woman leader in Kogi community, leaves several facial injury. APC woman leader. No be now police, on a woman leader. Now on a police. Now if I find about to send them now, maybe as they want to shoot somebody else, they come get them. Now look at this. This is the video of the village. Residents living in Sokoto village over relentless bandit attack. You look at how villagers are living. People are packing completely. They are leaving the village for the terrorists. They are leaving the village for them, but the Nigerian government doesn't care. You will not see this military that are assessing that are destroying houses in Biafra land. You won't see them coming here. And what they are doing, what the terrorists is doing in the north is what the terrorists in uniform is doing in Biafra land. They know that the real terrorists cannot come into Biafra land. They cannot come there to operate. They can't have access. So they are the one doing the job for them. They are the one doing the job for them. It is sad. It is sad. But that is the true situation. You can deny it, but that is the truth. Gombe police free Islamic cleric locked in house by sect youth over abusive war against their leader. What do you? Video shows residents leaving Sokoto village over relentless bandit attack. That's the video I just showed. That's the video I just showed in Nigeria. But this one. Group demands probe of Nigerian actress Tonto Decay over viral deliverance of child in Abuja school. Where Tonto was conducting deliverance. They won't probe her. Now don't get to work. Bandit abduct 5 foreign nationals from gold mining site in Zamfara. Very good. We don't reach their turn now. This one they will pay in dollars now. So they think it's only citizens, only locals. Now they don't step up. They are stepping up their game. One day you go hear say they go attack US military. You go hear that. You go see happen. Now that one, there the whole line, the whole thing go shape up very well. Even the US will not understand that delay is dangerous. Look at it. They are now focusing on foreign nationals. Bandit abduct 5 foreign nationals from gold mining site in Zamfara. They thief gold. Thief gold where they give an account to Nigeria. Nobody knows how it goes or what they are getting from them. Southeast sweeps male, female categories at Nigerian under-17 zonal cricket tournament in Abuja. We are always making it. Southeast is always leading in everything. It's not the news. That's why we want to leave you people to continue your madness, because you are pushing us back. You are dragging us down. Kuwait International Airport suffer major damage amid drone attack. Military confirmed. So Iran is still bombing places. Iran is still attacking everybody. DSS detained Niger Delta activists, Owos, after arrest at Atakwe train station. Denies family lawyer access. And so now, if you are genuine, they detain you. Let's agree to work with them. They will go there and force him to begin to work for them. If you work for them, then they will leave him. Tinubu for second time. We don't want Obi or Atiku. we will beg him to continue after 8 years, say Igbo. Igbo, a holy Igbo, what a shame. What a shame. What a shame. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Tinubu, Igbo is fully a campaign manager of Tinubu now. Tinubu for second time. We don't want Obi or Atiku. We will beg him to continue after 8 years, says Igbo. Imagine. After 8 years, Tinubu will continue to rule. That's good. Good for you. Kenyan minister held to Moscow to seek return of Kenyan recruited into Russian military. Iran threatened response if UK join US mission in threat of Hormuz. Iran is still talking. Bandits reportedly killed Emir of Zamfara, guard in highway ambush. Imagine. He go reach everybody. He will reach everybody. Mazen Nane kind of said it. You will leave your flank open. You come to Biafra land, and before you go back, you will not see a land to occupy. Not even that you will succeed in Biafra land, though, will decimate you. And when you want to go back, you will not see a home to occupy. That is a promise, and it is happening. It is happening. Falana warned Lagos against reintroducing monthly sanitation, says move violate appeal court ruling. Open, after 65 years of hardship, Nigeria must reject political messiah who cannot save the nation. What do you? Talk, no solution. FAAN military arrest 4 suspected bandits near Akure Airport after security alert. He won't try. Akure Airport. Bandits don't land for Akure Airport. Yoruba land don't hear and this time. They don't want to wake up. Since they say make Igbo no fight again, Igbo don't go join politics now. Igbo no care again. He doesn't care about whatever happens. You can imagine what is happening today now is worse than what was happening when Igbo rose up. What is happening today is worse, greater than what happened during when Igbo rose up. But today, Igbo is busy campaigning for his brother. He doesn't care anymore. And that's Nigeria for you. Nigeria is not worth dying for. So when you see anybody that rises up to speak, you must appreciate that very person. You must appreciate that very person. Watch Boko Haram launch late night attack on Maiduguri outskirts as troops engage. You see him? 3 hours ago, they posted 3 hours ago, Boko Haram are busy taking over Borno. They are busy. Borno will fall very soon. You just hear that Borno is now in their hand. Very soon. Imagine. Boko Haram launch late night attack on Maiduguri outskirts as troops engage. You see them? Boko Haram. And they will never. The more you leave your side, you come to Biafra land, you bring out more tank and you're displaying. No problem. Don't worry. Don't worry. Abasi also a go mile. You go hear them. Boko Haram launches late night attack on Maiduguri outskirts as troops engage. We're not going to tell us how many people are lost, because you will never say that. FIFA sanctions Nigeria. FIFA sanctions Nigeria. DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, over infractions after heated World Cup playoff. They will always be, Nigeria will always do, they always engage in illegal things. African people. Emirates announces flight cancellation to resume limited operation amid Middle East conflict. Navy arrests 2 suspected impersonators posing as lieutenants in Cross River. That's so now. Job no day now. They create job themselves. When I go arrest, why I go arrest Trubu? Trubu will forge a certificate where he take become president and come. Tinubu forged a certificate and became president. Why didn't you go and arrest him or push him out? And he's about to contest again. You can arrest people who go pose as Navy. NYC member detained by NSCDC. 4 months repeatedly loses eye in custody. You want to try? Lose his sight. See, you want to lose his sight. Nonsense. Watch. We were told to vacate at 11:30 p.m. Family stranded at Lagos police barrack. Residents allege forceful eviction. You see? That's Nigeria. That is Nigeria for you. That is Nigeria for you. Excuse me. A family was forcefully evicted. Forceful eviction. Where is it? In this hardship. In this hardship, this is happening in Lagos. Protest. People were forcefully evicted from their homes. That's it. That's Lagos State. Trouble home. Trouble, as you say, we will not know peace. You, either, will not know peace. You will not know peace either. You will not know peace either. Families stranded as Lagos police barrack residents allege forceful eviction. They evict them forcefully with no place to go. That is Nigeria for you. They do anything. They don't owe you any apology. They don't care. Ghana announces emergency evacuation of citizens from Qatar amid regional tension. As countries, they do what they have to do. French President Macron calls Iranian counterparts, urge end to unacceptable attack. Macron, no be na talk he gets now. It's no get liver now. Trump accuses Iran of using AI and media propaganda to spread false military claims. I see many of them. They see them. We know AI now. When we see them, we know them. We see them. Watch Uber Bolt, other riders, hailing drivers begin 3 days strike in Lagos. Uber and Bolt, Uber, Bolt, other riders. Hailing drivers begin 3 days strike in Lagos. Okay. Uber, Bolt, other ride, hailing drivers begin 3-day strike in Lagos. Audio. Who is this one? What did this one do? Video: Nigerian army arrests Sule Yellow, notorious bandit, flaunting kidnappings on TikTok. They don't catch him. Nothing they go do after that. They go release him. And the guy with this. And the guy, see how clean it is. The guy is still very, very clean. Very clean. They didn't catch him. They can't even beat him. Look at him there. But if this guy was to be an Igbo man, he will be turning in Potopoto now. If he to be an Igbo man, he will be turning in Potopoto. Look at him, looking very, very clean. Look at him. A phone call, they will release him. Watch out. Very soon, they will release this guy. He will go scot-free. Nonsense. You think they're going to hold him? No, nothing would be done to him. If you believe them, you can believe anything. Nigerian man fighting deportation tells Irish court he was mistaken for one of 9 identical brothers. Family lament as Lagos tech workers mysteriously disappear. Imagine. Family lament as Lagos tech worker mysteriously disappear, turn up in Ebonyi prison over alleged fraud case. That's Omahi for you now. Omahi is ready to take anybody. Nigeria. They will make you disappear. Once you are not dancing to their tone, they will make you disappear. And they boast about it. They boast about it. It is a very, very disturbing situation. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We did here, our own NATO reporter. If you like, you listen. If you don't like, up to you. You go clear for everybody. This one say, 100 stranded as Kaduna Abuja train collide with another train. Train collision, imagine. Nigeria train don't they collide with where they never reach anywhere. Train collision. Okay, Onado. That is all we have for today, my brothers and sisters. As many as are still observing the sit at home, I know there are still people who are observing. Hopefully in the evening, I'm going to bring the update of the videos we can get from the homeland, because we know that a lot of video will be coming out. And after this thing, I'm going to get some videos and share in my evening program. But wherever you are, never give up. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, never give up. This struggle must continue, and I bet you we must succeed. We must succeed, no matter how difficult it seems today. Today, it might look very difficult. It might look almost impossible, but I bet you there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope. There is hope. Don't give up. No matter what you see, that little thing you know you can do, continue to do it. And I thank you with the effort Mazen Nandekam has established now. Let us wait and see what the 100 men will look like. And I believe at the end of the day, it will be for all our good. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program today. We are going to come back again in the evening. Please invite others and tell them that this is where we are broadcasting now. Invite others. Invite others. Thank you so much for joining. May Chukwu come and guide and protect everyone of you wherever you're watching from. And may Chukwu come and guide and protect our leaders, Maazin Nandi Okukano and Maazin Simon Eba. I pray that Chukwu will guide them, protect them, secure them, and keep them safe for us. At the end of the day, we shall all rejoice. Thank you so much for watching. See you again later in the evening. Stay blessed. Bye-bye, everybody.
The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico Dikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Ishala, Nina Goza, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonane, all the and then saw no totua yaba no wanene and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you will not do
But you know what? They would like you to believe that someone is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I have to do in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Any